Okay, so I'll press the record button. Okay, so if you miss anything or if there's any glitching or cutout after the lesson, you can ask for the recording, so I'll send it to you. Okay, just in case if you want to rewatch back. Okay, so if you have any question, feel free to voice out anytime. Okay, if you don't feel like speaking, then you can just type in the chat or you can private message me, anything, whatever. Okay, so let's start. Let's start. Now, electromagnetism, the important points. Okay, 几个你要知道的东西。首先 magnetic field, the direction very important. So let's take one conductor. Let's say we have a straight wire, okay, with current flowing up. Now, very straightforward. 如果我要找它的 magnetic field, 我要用什么？我要用我的 right hand thumb rule. Right hand grip. So your right hand, I'm going to use the grip rule. Remember, your thumb 是永远是 current. This one for the right hand grip. 你的 thumb represent current. 你的4个手指 represent 你的 magnetic field. Okay? So current up. Remember, your right hand, not your left hand. Okay? So current up, and then I close my forefinger. So I curl it like this. Okay, you can see I'm turning in this direction. That is the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so I will draw my magnetic field like this. Going here, going here. Okay, current up like this. So if I change the direction of the current going down, then I will do the opposite. This point down, and then I will close my grip. That is clockwise direction. This. Okay, now 这个是 3D view. Okay, let's say I'm looking at this like 3D. If I want to look from the top, let's say 我从上面看下来，这边 I'm looking from the top, then how does it look like? You see, this is your wire. Okay, this is your wire. So the plane like this. Okay, so this is the plane, this is the wire. Current is going up. If I look from the top, 如果我从上面看下来then 它是这样子，对吗 ？Okay, again 这个是你的 wire, current 是 going up. 如果我是从上面看下来的话top view then this is the view, something like this. Okay, so the wire will look like one dot, and this is the plane. 这个我的手是你的 plane， 你的 plane 我把我的手放在那个白板 ，then 那个白板就是我的 plane. Okay, so the wire is like coming out from the whiteboard. So in this case, I would say that the wire, the current, where is the current direction going? Is going up, right? So meaning that it's going towards you, going towards you. So this current flowing towards you, at the same time, it is flowing out of the plane. What is the plane? The whiteboard is the plane. So in this case, I would say that the current is out of the plane or out of the page. Okay, first you have to be very clear what is the meaning of out of the page. Okay, so again, this one, like this, I look from the top, okay, and it's flowing out of the page. This is the page. I put my palm on the whiteboard. That is the plane. Similarly, if I see from the bottom, let's say I see from the bottom here. 我从下面看上去, then it looks like this. Again, like this, right? 这个 wire current 去哪里 ？current 是上去。我从下面看上去then 我的 view 是这样子。OK， 这样子意思说，这一个是 current 去哪里？去我的 towards my palm, right? It could flow towards my palm. If this one I put it on the whiteboard, then the current is flowing into the page, into the plane. This is the plane. It is flowing into the plane. Okay, so that is into the page. Now, into the page means that the current is flowing away from you, right? You, and then it flow away from you into the page. So the way I draw it, 我怎样画它？在 top view 的时候，我画在 top view 看下来哦 ，wire 看到是很像一个圆圈罢了。OK， so 一个圆圈，如果从上面看下来，那个 current 是 out of the page 对吗 ？out of the page 哦，用你的 right hand thumb 哦 out of the page， 这个是 current， 所以 out of the page， 这个是你的 page， 你放这样子 is going out， looks like what？ Your thumb looks like a dot, so you draw a dot here. Okay, so dot, and then you can see where is the magnetic field. Take your forefinger and then you curl it like this. Curl it like this. So this is anti-clockwise. So I draw like this. 同样的，如果我画下面这个 ，now 下面看上去 again is a dot。这边哦 ，current 去哪里？这边如果看上去 ，current flow into the page 对吗 ？into the page， 这样如果我用我的 right hand grip rule 指去那个 page， 你看到什么？看我的手后面这边 ，there's an X here. You can see like an X. This one, the symbol, the crease here, you can see, right? Looks like an X. So whenever you see an X, it means that the current is going where? Into the page, huh? Into the page. So this one, it will be an X, like this. Okay, going into the page. 然后我关我的 the four fingers, I close it. That's clockwise. Okay, clockwise. So the magnetic field is going in this direction. Magnetic field 当你画的时候永远不能有 intersection。如果我画一个 magnetic field 这样子，然后突然间 touch 到这个 this intersection no cannot. It has to be a closed loop. 什么是 closed loop？ 就是你 start 这边，你要 join 回去原本。There is no touching. And you can see the closer to the center, the more magnetic field it has. The more magnetic field it has. Like this. The further out the magnetic field will be. That means at the center is very strong and the strength decreases as you go outside. 其实真正是你的那个 wire， let's say 这个是你的 wire 了。Magnetic field 最强是在哪里？在你的 wire 里面。OK， 在 wire 里面，在 wire 外面的 magnetic field 其实是已经是很 weak 了的。Okay, so the strongest magnetic field is inside the conductor, the wire, with the current. Okay, there must be current. Okay, so that is the magnetic field of a straight conductor. Of course, it has to carry current. If there's no current, there will be no magnetic field. Now, done with this one. Next one, we go to the magnetic field on a circular coil. Now, you see, let me erase this first. Okay, let's say we have a coil, circular coil like this. Okay, let me draw it nice a bit. Okay, current flowing in this direction, clockwise. Sorry, anti-clockwise. 我们选4个 point， 上面这边。OK， 我们做我们的 right hand grip， 我们找它的 magnetic field 先 start 这边上面。current 去左边，对吗？所以我这样子 ，and then I close my grip. This one is going in this direction. Okay, so like this, close it. So the current go inside, right? Go there, go inside here. Direction is like this. Okay, here current is going down. So I will use my right hand grip, down, curl. Okay, so this current over here is coming out like this. It's going like this. Okay, down here, take a direction. Okay, so here, close your grip, and it's coming. It's like this, right? It's flowing out like this. So this one I draw. And finally, over here, up, close your grip. So it's like this. 出来，出来。看中间那一边 ，focus 在中间那边。Here you see this arrow is coming out, right? Out. This one is coming out. This one is coming out. This one is coming out. So if the circular coil is like this, 如果这个是你的 circular coil， 你的 magnetic field 是中间出来 ，okay? It's coming out from the center towards you, like this. Okay, so if I draw it like this, 3D view. On top here, magnetic field, okay, current is coming out towards you, right? Okay, so current is coming towards you. I close my grip, then 你的 magnetic field 是这样子。这边单单在这个上面这边 ，OK， 这边它 curve 去后面，下面这边啊，它 curve 去后面，这个是 3D 啊 ，is a 3D view，this is a 2D view，OK， so 这个它 curve 去后面 ，your magnetic field is like this。这个整个 magnetic field 哦，你可以看到它是 circular 的 ，OK。如果你只有一个 coil 罢了，那你会发觉到啊，这里哦，有很短的一个 distance 啊 ，a very very small distance 哦，它的 magnetic field 是直的，其他的是这边是 curve 的 ，OK。So 如果我放多一个 coil 在它的旁边。What happens? What will happen here? If I put a coil here, how does the magnetic field look like? Same current direction. Okay. Actually, if I were to draw the magnetic field, right, it will look like this. Let me erase this first. 你的 magnetic field 从这边这样子 curve 过去着，这边它会开始上来，然后哦，因为你有另外一个 coil 在它旁边哦，所以它会开始 bend 它的 coil， 它的 magnetic field 这样子。Then it will go like this. This is the arrow, like this, like this. Similarly, at the bottom here, you get the same thing. Curve in. The moment it wants to close this rope, it will be attracted here again. Then it will go like this. Okay, this is what happens to the magnetic field if you put two circular coils, one after another, and this is separated by a certain distance here. D, we said. Okay, what happens if I can decrease the distance here? I can make it closer, right? If I keep on decrease the distance there, what do I see? Meaning that I add more circular coils. Okay, first coil here, I add another one just next to it. I add one more just next to it. Another one more next to it. What do you see? Now, the magnetic field from the first coil going in this direction, right? 当它要开始 curve 上去的时候，它经过第二个 coil 的时候，它会继续这样子走，所以它 travel 的 distance 是 straight 的。第三个 coil maintain straight， 第四个 coil maintain straight. You can see here there is no curve like this because here the coil is so near to each other. So the moment it wants to coil up, it goes straight. It will be pulled by the second coil. Okay, so what happens here is the magnetic field continues to go straight, and then come out from here, and then you close the loop like this. For this one, at the bottom here, same. You curl, goes to the second loop, it travel in straight line, and then come out close. Now, this is very, very important in between. 在中间哦，你的 magnetic field 是直的 straight, okay? Is parallel to each other. Here, if I draw another one here, another one here, all these, they are parallel, meaning that if you have a parallel magnetic field, it means the magnetic field is uniform. Okay, the word uniform means that the strength at any point is the same. 你拿这一个 point, 这个 point, 这里的 point, 这里的 point, 全部它的 magnetic field 的 strength 是一样的，那个我们叫 uniform magnetic field. 在一个 coil 里面，如果你放很多 coil 一起，它的里面全部的 magnetic field 是 travel in straight line 的。You get a uniform magnetic field. 还有你要怎样 produce uniform magnetic field？ 除了这个，除了在那个 coil 的中间，你也可以用一个 magnet。OK， 你把 magnet 这样子放。OK， NS， and then here north south. Here north pole, the magnetic field always point from north attract to south, right? Like this, and then at the center here, it is also uniform. Okay, all this, so any point here has the same strength, but here no, and of course this one is good, can go to the back. This one go to the back. Okay, this one also. Okay, so how do I produce uniform magnetic field? This one, or it can be like two plate. You have a plate here, north, south. So if you take two uniform plate, then you can get also a uniform magnetic field. OK， now 现在我们知道哦 ，solenoid 里面哦，sorry 不是 solenoid， 这个 circular coil 里面是 uniform 的嘛，对不对？这样它的外面呢？这边外面有时问题会问你 ，OK， 这边外面它的 strength 是多少？外面哦，它的 magnetic field 的 strength 哦是 near zero 的 ，OK？ 为什么 ？OK， 我们看为什么啊？我先擦掉这个。The magnetic field outside of a solenoid. First of all, what is a solenoid? What is a solenoid? What's the difference between circular coil and solenoid? Yeah, circular coil. Circular coil 就是很像我拿一个 wire, one round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, like this. This one, if you take this, is actually flat. Okay, it's like I take a wire, I coil it, so it's flat. This is circular coil. Solenoid is, on the other hand, is different. Solenoid is, I coil it like this. Usually I put something in the middle, like this, and then I'll coil it like. Okay, so distance very important. The separation distance is not stick to each other, and also the wire, they are insulated wire. 意思说它有rubber insulated, okay, meaning that is 它不是 botak 的，它的 wire 不是 botak。为什么不可以用 botak wire 呢？如果你没有那个外面那个皮当你放一起的时候，what happened? You will create a short circuit. 什么意思是 short circuit? 意思说，如果你这个 wire 是 botak 啦，意思说，然后它动到这个 wire， 两个都是 botak 的 ，then 那个电它不需要转这个 coil， 它可以直接从这边跳去这一边。如果你全部 wire 都是一起的动着 ，then 那个电它可以从这边直接 shortcut 从这边去这边，那个就是 short circuit。OK， 两个 botak 的 wire 动在一起，那个电可以直接拿一个 shortcut。 So solenoid, the wire is insulated. Always it is insulated, remember. Okay, it's insulated. Okay, now, and you can see solenoid is usually, basically solenoid is just like a coil of wire, like a spring. Okay, like a spring. So here, what happens to the magnetic field outside of the solenoid? Just now we want to answer, right? So let's say, let's take one example like this. We look at the current flow. We look at the current flow, okay? Let's say current 从那边上来 then 这样子 go here, curve, curve, curve. So it goes here, 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 here. 在这边上面我们哪一个 point 罢了？这个上面的这一个点 current flow 哪里？出来嘛，对不对？像我们这边下面这一个 point 它 flow 去后面，所以它是 into the page。所以上面这边哦，我可以讲它是 dot. It's coming out of the page here. Here is going to the behind, is going back. So here it is into the page. What is the magnetic field for this? Okay, let's draw it. Like this, right? 所以这个是我的 magnetic field. Go in this direction. For this one, how about this one? In curve. So it's going clockwise. So this one will have a clockwise magnetic field. If I draw it larger, what happened here? You can see that this magnetic field will cancel with this magnetic field. It happens here, it happens below, it happens at any point outside the solenoid. So what happens when it cancels? We can say that the magnetic field, B, B stands for magnetic field. B is approach 0. This is what happens outside the solenoid. Inside is uniform. Remember this one, okay? Inside is uniform. Outside is near 0. At these 2 points, that is the polarity, the pole, okay? That is the strongest magnetic field. Now, very important, you need to be able to identify what is the pole. Here and here, 怎样知道它的 polarity, 怎样知道它是 north pole 还是 south pole? OK, 我们看它的 current 怎样绕那个中间的那个 iron core. OK, 你看那个 current 怎样绕它？这个 current 它是 flow 出来对吗？它一来它从上，它去后面，然后它出来。我们用我们的 right hand grip, OK, 我们看那个 current flow 看它怎样快了。Then we repeat the same thing. Okay, so this is coiling outward. Okay, like this. Right, okay, I close it, it's curving out. Okay, I'm having difficulty here because of my sitting. I'm just sitting beside the computer, so it's very hard for me to curve my hand. Okay, but you get the point. You get the point. Okay, so it's flowing outside here, so I curve outward. Then my thumb, look at the thumb. The thumb is pointing to the right. Thumb is pointing to the right, then north pole is always same direction as the thumb. 记得你的 north pole 是跟你的 thumb direction 一样的，你的 thumb 永远是指着 north pole。所以如果你跟着这个 current 的 direction， 我这样子 curve，then 我的 north pole 是在我的右边，这个是我的 north pole。如果这个是我的 north pole， 这样这个就是我的 south pole。OK， now 我知道我的 north pole 跟 south pole 了，这样我就可以画我的 magnetic field like this, because it's always north to south, right? North to south, north to south, and come out here like this. Okay, here should be the strongest magnetic field. Here also strongest. How about here? Near 0. Here, near 0. Inside, uniform. You get a magnet. Okay, so now if I reverse the direction of the current, If I reverse the direction of the current, so let's say now I do like this. Okay, so current now rise from here, go down here. Okay, identify 那个 pole 啊，哪里是 north，哪里是 south，先 label 那个 current 先，因为这样子你看不出。OK， 先 label 它先，从这边上去后面 curve 出来，对吗？所以这边是上，去后面 curve 出来，这边是上，这样子。看那个 current 怎样 curve 那个 core 啊。So use your right hand thumb is curving back, is going backwards, right? So I curve backward, and then your thumb is pointing to the left. Means that North Pole is at the left. This is North Pole. This is South Pole. Okay, so after you identify the pole, then you can draw the magnetic field like this. Very, very important. Always they will ask you this. 怎样 increase 这个 magnetic 的 strength？ 首先加 current， 如果 current 越大 ，magnetic field 就越强。第二个方法就是把这个 coil 放靠近。Okay, the nearer the coil, the stronger the magnetic field. Number 3， 加多一点 coil， more coils, stronger it is. And number 4, use a core. 有时候你会看到没有 core 在这边 ，OK， 它的这个中间的这个是 iron 呢 ，iron core 啊 ，so they call it the soft iron。为什么他们叫 soft iron？soft 的意思是什么 ？soft 的意思就是它可以变 magnet， 暂时，然后它又可以变回原本好像不是 magnet。It can gain magnetism and it can lose magnetism very quickly. That is the meaning of soft. Opposite of soft, you get hard, right? Hard means what? Hardcore means that when it gains magnetism, it cannot lose magnetism. So when you magnetize the hard core, then the hard core will stay magnetized. That is steel. It's like a permanent magnet. Okay? Compare soft and hard. Soft, after you close the current, okay? When you turn on the current, right, you are actually magnetizing this one. You're making this become a magnet. Okay? When you open current, this thing become magnet. When you close the current, then this is no longer a magnet. If you use a soft iron, because the soft iron can lose its magnetism very quickly. If you use a hard core like this, you turn on, it is a magnet. You turn off, it is still a magnet. So it becomes useless. What is the point? The point is we want electromagnet. We want a magnet that we can switch on and we can switch off. That is the point. Okay, the application 我们上个星期讲了，对不对？我们用来 electromagnet 用来做什么的？magnetic relay, all that you can read it in your reference book. Okay, we are not going to go through that. That is a few applications you can just read through. Okay, so this is the concept, very important. Now, okay, so done with this one. Next one, we talk about force. Now we enter forces, and also the motor. Okay, now let's say 现在我们有两个 conductor. What is the magnetic field? Up, curve, anticlockwise. This one, up, curve, anticlockwise. 这个 current 的 magnetic field 会跟这个 current 的 magnetic field interact。在中间这边，你可以看到它们的 direction 是 opposite 的，走出来，这个相反，这个绕出来，然后这个绕进去。所以如果相反哦，这边它会 cancel。所以如果它这边 cancel，这样这边的 magnetic field almost zero， 这边外面的 magnetic field 比较强。Okay, so what happened is that there will be a force produced pressing the two conductors together. If this is your conductor, they will like this slam into each other like this. If the current is the same direction. If the current is a different direction, then like this, up, down. Okay, same thing. This one is going here. This one is in the same direction as it. Okay, so it's both going in the same direction. So the magnetic field here will be stronger, and then these two will repel like this. 这个是 interaction of current 的 magnetic field 跟另外一个 current 的 magnetic field. Magnetic field 有谁能够 produce magnetic field？ 除了电之外啊，还有 magnet 能够 produce magnetic field, right? So magnet, if you place this one wire in between a magnet, okay, this is the magnet. North south. Okay, now place the wire in between here. 电有 magnetic field, magnet 也是有 magnetic field， 两个的 magnetic field 在一起会 interact. Okay, so of course this one must be a current inside. So if there's no current, then no point, no force inside. No force will be produced. Now, first of all, the direction north always to south, north always to south. This is the magnetic field. Okay, and this is the current going up. Now, here, very important, we use our Fleming's left hand. Okay, how do we use it? Remember, force 是你的 thumb. Okay, now force. 上次我有讲，你的左手是有电的，你的右手是没有电的。OK， 记得这一个东西，所以这个